Hello guys, it's me, Joseph from Kaneki Foundation, and today we'll be going over the problem of Java Codingbat for logic 1 Caughtspeeding. So, get ready to solve some coding problems because this one's going to be pretty interesting. So, let's read the question together. You are driving a little too fast, that's not good, and a police officer stops you. That's even not good. Write a code to compute the result, encoded as an int value. 0 is no ticket, 1 is a small ticket, and 2 is the biggest ticket. If the speed is 60 or less, then we'll get 0. If the speed is between 61 and 80, inclusive, that means we need to count 61 and 80, the result would be 1. And if the speed is 81 or more, the result would be 2. But they give you a little trick here that makes your life much harder. It says, unless it is your birthday, on that day your speed can be 5 higher in all cases. Okay, if the day is on your birthday, then I guess the police officers allow 5 more speed for every limit. Okay guys, I pulled out the paint for you guys. So basically we're going to see if speed is less than 60, we're going to return 0, which is equivalent to no ticket. And if the speed is between 61 and 81, we're going to be returning 1, which is a small ticket. And if the speed is greater than equal to 81, we'll be returning 2, which is a big ticket. So this is sort of our layout for at least when it is not your birthday. And we'll figure out how to do it when it's your birthday. But this is our basic layout for now. If birthday is false, then we're going to ask ourselves, is speed less than or equal to 60? Because if it is, then we're going to return 0. And then we're gonna do else if speed is less than or greater than equal to 61. However, it needs to go with speed is also less than equal to 81. And then we'll return a small ticket for this one, and then finally we would return 2, but we could just do return 2 because this pretty much covers all the bottom parts of it. So less than 60 and then greater than 61 or less than 81, and then this is just basically saying everything else greater than 81, so we could just leave that there. Then we're going to get this. Well, we didn't incorporate our birthday. If it's the birthday, then it needs to change, right? It needs to go 5 more for the speed. So we're going to try to incorporate that into our code. So I'm gonna set something called change speed or something like that. I'll just say change speed. Oops, I forgot this is Java. Int change speed is equal to 5 or 0. And this is just so what I'm trying to do here is set my change speed to 0, and if the birthday is equal to true, then we're going to do change speed plus 5 to itself. Remember, plus equals is 5 to its own variable. So if it's the birthday, it's going to add 5 to 0 and it's going to become 5. So technically now we don't need this because it will certainly take care of it. So if we just get rid of this, I'll clarify what we're doing right now in a bit. Alright, so now we can do if speed is less than 60 plus change underscore speed and then return 0. So what this you might think, what does change speed even do in this case? Well, if it's not your birthday, if this is false, then it's gonna stay 0 because it's not gonna do anything here. So change speed is gonna be 0, and we're going to have a normal 60 over here, and just do our normal 60 speed limit. But if the birthday is true before here, then we're going to change our speed to 5. Change speed to 5, and we're going to add 5 to 60. So again, if your day is on your birthday, then it's going to add 5 to change speed, which is currently set to 0, and it's going to add it to 60. And again, if it's not your birthday, it's gonna be 0 anyways, so it won't be adding anything to 60. So that is how it works, and we're going to return 0, and we're going to do this for everything. Okay, what about greater than or equal to 81, because we need that for return 2. Well, with all this, it covers both less than the minimum and technically technically this covers the maximum. So basically we had 3 sort of limits we had to take care of. We have to take care of less than 60 and 60 and 65, and we have to take care of between 61 and 81. If we take care of all of that, the rest would be over 81. It's going to be 81 or over anyways if it doesn't get caught in one of these. So this is our last resort, sort of our last resort return statement. It's going to return 2 because this covers everything underneath of 81, and 81 and greater would be covered by this return 2. So this is sort of our last resort, and we don't need a specific else statement for that. If we run this, we get everything correct. Now if we look at one of the ones like 90, is speed 90 less than 60? Well, it's greater than 60, so it will skip this. Go to the next one. Is it between 61 and 81? Well, it certainly isn't, because it's greater than 81, so it's going to go to the next one. And we don't have, is it greater than 81? Because of course if it doesn't get caught in these two, it needs to be greater than everything. So we're going to return 2, and that's why it returns 2, and that is correct. Now let's look over this one right here. 75 is true. Going to ask itself, is 75 less than or equal to 60? Nope, it's greater than 65. Actually, it's greater than 65 because we added our change speed here, and it was your birthday apparently, so we added 5 to 60, which is 65. And then since it's greater than 65, we're going to skip this since it's not true, and we're going to ask ourselves, is 75 between 66 and 86? Well, it certainly is. So it's going to return 1 here, which it does right here, and it's not going to run return 2 at all. That is sort of how this logic puzzle here worked. Certainly we did use a bit of logic here. We could have brute forced it and made a condition for each and every possible way this could happen, but that is certainly not that efficient, and we like to keep our code clear and concise and short if that's possible. So that's why we made something like this, which basically took care of if it's a birthday or not. And also we didn't need to write this 2 times for 60 and 65 and so on, because we had our little algorithm here right here. So yeah, that is how logic1 Caughtspeeding works. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys understood the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, just leave it down in the comment section below. We'll be sure to answer those questions as best as we could. Anyways, that is it for today's video, and bye bye.